Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I will be closing out my budget for the month of October. So if you're interested in that type of content, then let's get right into it. For those that are new over here, welcome. My name is Chandra, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Over here, I talk about personal finance, fashion, sneakers, and lifestyle content. So welcome to the family. I would love to have you over here. But today we're going to be closing out this budget for the month of October. And I'm not even going to lie, this budget this month has really had me in a chokehold. I have really just been lazy. I don't know if it was just because it's my birthday month or whatever, but I didn't track any expenses. So the way I'm gonna figure out how much I spent is by seeing what I have left in my savings and my checking account, and I'm gonna subtract it from the total income, and that's how I'm gonna get what I spent basically. So for those that are new, this budgeting workbook is something I created. I have it available on my Etsy and my Stan store, whichever one you choose to purchase it from. I will leave the links down to it below. This is basically an easy and simplified way to get organized with your finances, see where your money is going, to plan out your paychecks, to plan out your life basically. So let's get right into closing out this budget. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go to my budget review sheet, and the first thing it's asking is the total income for the month. How I figure out my total income for the month, I can look back at my paychecks, or I can just pull out my paycheck budget worksheets and just add up the income from each paycheck. So $2,416.72 plus $1,747.79 gives me a total income of $4,164.51. Now, what I have left in my checking and savings account, I have $1635.28 in my checking account and $500 in my savings account. And when you add those together, you get $2,135.28. So I'm just going to subtract that from the income for the month. So $4,164.51, subtract $2135.28, and that leaves me with $2,029.23 that was spent this month. I actually saved $500. I have $250 going into my savings account every single time that I'm paid, and then what I do with the rest is I leave it into the checking account that is supposed to go in. So I have two separate checking accounts. I have a bill account, and then I have a spending or expense account. And what I do in my bill account, I have $1,250 going into my bill account every single time that I'm paid, and then whatever is left over going into the spending account, and that's how I'm able to spend. That's how I'm able to pay off credit cards if I choose to spend, like do a little bit more spending than I usually would do. So now for my challenges this month. My challenges this month was basically tracking my expenses. So tracking my expenses, because I really didn't write down anything. I think if I look back in my other notebook from what I share on TikTok, I stopped tracking my expense on October 12th, and then it just went downhill from there. So another challenge this month was dealing with the credit card situations. I've been learning some credit card information from some of my followers over on TikTok, and just trying to credit card hack and all of those things, but it seems like I'm just going like in a circle with everything. I don't know if I'm just like spending too much or whatever, but it seems like when I have the extra money, all of my extra money is going back to the credit card, and then I'm not seeing the overtime that I work. So basically I want to go back to my old method and just getting all my credit cards paid off, and then only just using one of them. That way I can keep a hold of everything that I'm spending, and then I can get some of this stuff paid off, and it won't just seem like I'm just a hamster in a hamster wheel going around and around and around. So I'm gonna say utilizing the credit cards the correct way, efficiently. Another challenge I had this month was gonna leave it at 2. I don't think I had another challenge this month. My glow up this month was I met my saving goal. Of $500. Another challenge this month is my credit score went up, so I was able to raise my credit score. However, like I mentioned, it's like still I raised the credit score by paying the credit cards off, but I start back using the cards, and then once I was paid, like for instance, I was just paid Friday, I had to send $500 or something to my credit card, when if that credit card would have stayed paid off, that $500 would have been mine. So it's just, I'm up and down with the credit card situation. I think I'm just, like I mentioned earlier, I'm just gonna go back to just paying it all off and then just using one and sticking with just one. So credit score went up. Another goal is I made money from my budgeting workbook. Even though it was just, I think so far I made $460 or $70 so far. So, I mean, that's pretty good. So I made money from my workbooks. Now, what I learned about myself and my money. Credit cards may not just be for me. Not all of them, not trying to pay them off and trying to use them at the same time, if that makes sense. Even though I know I have the money over there for the expenses, but if I'm working overtime and this is extra money that I wasn't even including before, that money should be like free money, but I've had to pay off the credit card. So I feel like I'm learning that paying off the credit cards and using them at the same time may not be for me. What I learned about myself is I need to start sharing my story a little bit more, because there's people out there that can resonate with me, that can relate to me, that need to hear my story, and a lot of times I don't really share it enough. So I'm learning that people need to hear my story. And even if I could just help one person, I did my job. And I'm gonna leave it at those 2. So what I would do next month, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save $500. That's always gonna be the goal. Then I'm gonna make sure I track expenses daily, while also creating content for it. Because when I was creating content for it, it was making me want to track my expenses. I got away from that, and then everything just went down here. And then also, I'm gonna pay off another credit card, because I'm trying to get all of these credit cards paid off by the end of the year. So I still have these 3 last credit cards that are over $1,000. So that means I need to be selling some budgeting workbooks, basically, so I can get this stuff paid off. So that's it for the budget review for the month of October. This is me closing out the budget. Hopefully in November it will be a better month. I know that it will. I'm not gonna say hopefully, but it will be a better month. And if you are someone that struggle with being inconsistent, I just want to say that you got this, we got this. And I'm gonna be opening a group mentorship program. I want to say in November. I'm not exactly sure the date, but I will be giving you guys more information on that. I'm not sure what platform I'm going to host it on. I don't know if it's just going to be like through a Zoom link, or if it's just going to be a Patreon or something like that. But stay tuned for that. I will give you guys more information in another video. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And if you have not completed your budget, or if you haven't closed out your budget for the month of October, consider getting these worksheets. They are pretty simple. Anybody can use them. They are easy to understand, and you can see exactly where your money is going and where you're spending it. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.